Hi everyone, today we're doing lesson 5.4a, point slope form. And our objective today is to write an equation in point slope form. We're not going to do the race, so I'm just going to skip past there. Okay, this is what point slope form of a linear equation looks like. We have y minus y1 equals m times quantity x minus x1, where m is a slope, just like in slope-intercept form. Y1 and x1 are two coordinates from the line. So let's look at what this looks like. I wrote the point slope form up here so you can see it, and then we're going to practice writing it. So the y stays a y, the first y. This is y minus, and then we want one of the xy's from an ordered pair. And I have an ordered pair right here, so I'm going to use that one. So here's my y, so I'm putting 4. Y minus 4 equals, well, I need my slope. I don't have my slope yet, but I can find it. Draw my slope triangle. Goes this way, and it looks like I'm going up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 over 6. Well, I know I can simplify 3 over 6 to 1/2. So that's my slope. So y minus 4 equals 1/2, because that's my slope, parentheses, x, my first x just stays an x, minus, and my x value is right here. That is also 4. And that's it. Now, why do I have an or? Well, I have another point here. I could use this point too. It really doesn't matter which one you use. So I'm going to do it for both. Y minus, well, my y coordinate here, if you can see it, is a 1 equals 1/2 x minus, because it's always a minus, right? -2. Now, as soon as I see that minus a negative, I know what I can do. I can make that into a plus. So y minus 1 equals 1/2 x plus 2, since my x was a negative. Let's try another one. I have a line that passes through this point and has a slope of -7/3. Well, here's going to be my y1, and this will be my x1. So y minus y1, which is 24, equals, my m is -7/3, times the quantity x minus, and my x1 is 1. That's all there's to it. I only have 1 point, so I can only do 1 here. Okay, now I have a line that passes through this point and has a slope of 2/5. Here's my x1, and here's my y1. So y minus 6 equals, my slope is 2/5. Oh, that's terrible, equals. My slope is 2/5 times quantity x minus -3. Again, I have that minus and negative, so I'm going to make that into a plus. Okay, I have another one where I have 2, but what I didn't give you is a slope. Well, if I have 2 points, I can find a slope. Remember, our slope is found by doing m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, I don't want you to confuse these. If I label this y1 when we write our second equation, this can just as easily be y1. It doesn't matter. But for the sake of my slope, I'm going to call this x1, this one y1, this one x2, and this one y2. So, negative 3. Oh, no, I said y2 is 5. 5 minus negative 3 over 2 minus negative 2. Well, minus negative becomes a plus. That is 8. Minus a negative becomes a plus. That is 4. 8 over 4 is equal to 2. So there's my slope right there. 2, positive 2. Now let's write, I'll do this one first. Y minus my y is 5 equals, my slope is 2 times x minus 2. Let's look at my next one. Y minus, this time I have a negative 3, equals, my slope is still 2 times x minus, and I have a negative 2. And for both of those minus and negatives, I can make them into plus. So by now you should be noticing that whenever I have a plus here, it's because my x or my y, or both my coordinates, are negative. Okay, in this one I don't have a slope, and I have numerous points. Let's find my slope. Change in y is negative 1. Change in x is negative 3. So my slope will be negative 1 over negative 3. And negative over a negative will give me a positive 1/3 for my slope. So let's do my first point right here. Negative 9, negative 4. Y minus negative 4 equals, my slope is 1/3. 1/3 times the quantity x minus negative 9. I'm going to keep having those minus and negatives, and they are going to become positives. You'll notice that all of my y's are negative, all of my x's are negative, so they're all going to become positive. So my second one will be y minus negative 5, which becomes y plus 5, equals 1/3 x minus negative 12, which will become x plus 12. My third one, y minus negative 6 is going to become y plus 6 equals 1/3 x minus negative 15, which becomes x plus 15. And my last one, y minus negative 7 is the same as y plus 7 equals 1/3 x minus negative 18. Couldn't read my reading group. 18 minus negative becomes plus 18. So I got 4 from this table, and all of them are right. Okay, my next example, I have another table. My y is changing by 3. My x is changing by 2. Both are getting bigger, both positive. So my slope is 3/2. So let's look at my first one. Call this y1, x1. So y minus 5 will equal 3/2 x minus negative 3. I'll write it this time, which becomes x plus 3. My next one, y minus 8 equals 3/2 x minus negative 1, which is the same as x plus 1. Next one, I have 11 and 1. Y minus 11 is equal to 3/2 x minus 1. This one stays a minus because my x wasn't negative. And my last one, y minus 14 equals 3/2 x minus 3. Okay. Now for this one, we want to find the point and the slope. Well, the slope is the easy part. This is my slope. This is my m. So my slope is 1/3, and it's a positive 1/3. Now we know my point slope. This is one of my points, y1. It is a minus here, so y minus my y coordinate. So my y coordinate is 11. And x minus my x coordinate is 4. So that wasn't so bad. This one looks a little trickier. First, I'm going to find that slope. It is right here. It is negative 9/8. Ooh, I hate when that happens. It has to happen at least once every couple videos to drive me crazy. My slope is negative 9/8. But I have a plus here. Remember, that's the same as minus and negative. So my x-coordinate is negative 4. That's the only way you can get this plus here, is if you had minus a negative. And the same is true here. I have a positive. That's a minus the negative 37. So my y-coordinate is negative 37. Don't forget to put brackets or parentheses around your ordered pair. Okay, this one we tried to trick you a little bit. What's my slope? All I see here is a minus. Well, remember, if you have a minus there, that's a negative 1. My slope is negative 1. My y is easy. I have y minus my y value, which is 2.5. But my x has that plus there, so I know this is a minus and negative. So my x value is negative 6. That's it. Have a great day.